Social media can be a helpful tool for a project or club leader. It can allow you to recruit, communicate, and share successes with your community. If social media is something you are interested in, contact your county for guidance and consider the safety issues we present in this video. Youth safety online should be your first priority. When you create a social media page, it should be a public page that is used for general information dissemination, not a private page where members and parents can post. Posts should only be made by page admins, and comment notifications should be turned on so comments can be monitored and deleted if necessary. If you have questions on how to set up these settings, contact your county office. If people have any information they would like posted or have questions, they can privately message the page or email the admin of the page so that they can properly post that information. No member's information should ever be posted. If a member is hosting an event at their address, you can post what and when the event is, but not where. It is helpful for sensitive information to add contact the 4-H leader for more information. A public social media profile is any profile that can be viewed by 4-H stakeholders. If a 4-H youth development volunteer chooses to have a public social media profile, it must uphold the values of the 4-H name and emblem. Please see the video module 4-H Marketing Standards for more information on name and emblem use. 4-H youth development volunteers should take an abundance of caution when friending or following 4-H members or their family on their own personal social media accounts. Public social media pages are a great strategy for youth engagement, but pose a unique challenge for transparency. Social media messaging between 4-H members and authorized adults should be treated like communication in person. If you wouldn't say it in person, face to face, and with a witness, you should not communicate these thoughts via social media where there can be a feeling of anonymity. The Adult and Youth Code of Conduct applies to all social media content and messages that transpire between 4-H members and adults affiliated with the 4-H program. Communications on social media must comply with the rule of 3 by group messaging or messaging parents along with youth. If you do choose to have a social media page, you must ensure to follow the multimedia release policy. As a leader, you should be aware of which members do not have a signed release, and you should not be sharing photos or videos on social media that have youth in them that have not authorized it. Photos and videos of youth should only be used for program purposes and with the written authorization of the minor's parent or legal guardian. You can access these signed releases by contacting your 4-H office. They can send you a report that includes all your members and if they have a signed release on file. When you create a club social media page, work with your volunteer team to create a social media use policy to ensure proper use.
Step 1. Outline your team. Everyone should know who has access to what pages. Step 2. Store your login and passwords in a secure location. Communicate the importance of keeping this information private. Step 3. Set the editorial process, if any. Consider having team members check in with each other to catch any potential mistakes. A practice like this can help you catch embarrassing misspellings or incorrect information. Step 4. Determine who will be in charge. Will a certain group of volunteers oversee your social media content, or will all club volunteers contribute? Be sure volunteers use disclaimers that their opinions are their own whenever making comments as an individual. Step 5. Set the voice and tone you want to be used across all channels. What are the adjectives you want people to use when they describe your club? Have a conversation about your social media strategy and how it fits into this. We recommend you follow the 4-H marketing guidelines and mimic the state's social media strategy. Doing so will increase brand recognition and bring legitimacy to your club's social media page. Step 6. Establish etiquette for your team to follow. What general rules of thumb can your team keep in mind to help guide their behavior? For example, it never hurts to remind your team of the golden rule. Some guidelines to consider including are: be personal, not private; be active; listen; be responsive; create value in conversations; use humor only when appropriate; don't be rude or impatient; and don't ignore negative feedback. Negative feedback, in particular, can be a more challenging aspect of engaging with your community on social media. Responding to constructive criticism and deleting anything that is not constructive or breaks the code of conduct is suggested. Consider what the right policy is for your organization. Step 7. Develop a strategy for dealing with online bullying. In a social media setting, there is always the potential for bullying. Therefore, you should establish and clearly communicate a no bullying policy that provides a club member with a way to communicate to the club leader if he, she, or they feel they are being bullied.
Social media is a great way for us to reach more of our community and engage today's youth. Follow Arizona 4-H on Instagram and like us on Facebook for inspiration to create your own page.